he will be, and we've got to be getting close because J. Michael Kelly's boat is, we've got to be inside 5 minutes because there's nobody touching that boat, and I see Andrew Tate's coming away in the background. So how about you and I as we look at a hot start here from JMK and the U8, the Beacon Electric, he will blow that out and be on the race course. There's a guy who needs some points in this particular heat. Tough getting matched up with Andrew Tate, but he needs points.
He does. Andrew Tate has certainly shown his speed, shown his race pace, and his qualifying pace, and will be tough to beat. But J. Michael Kelly has all the experience in the world.
He does indeed. J. Michael Kelly has been a master at getting a strategic lane and making it work to his advantage. So we watch J. Michael Kelly and Andrew Tate in this one. They're going to square off against each other. And then we're going to mix Gunnar O'Farrell into this whole thing. Let's give the young man his due. He had a heck of a run in our first heat, or in our second heat today, when he finished in second place. So Gunnar O'Farrell will be in this one. You're looking at him there, the U21 Spirit of America, the predominantly white boat with the red, white, and blue lettering on it, Spirit of America. There it is. There still has the checkerboard effect, and if that looks familiar to you, Tanner, that's the checkerboard effect they had when we were over here for the test session, and the boat ran as the Lake Ridge Paving, which is the family business over on the west side of the state of Washington. So our start procedure, once again, if our new fans were with us in the last heat, we kind of walked through it, got a little hairy on the last one. We'll see if this one might be a little cleaner. It is Heat 2B of the 2025 APBA Gold Cup. It's the 115th running. Well, here we got something going on right here. Andrew Tate, I don't know if he wants to move over on Mike. He might be content to just sit there and run in lane 2, but Mike is sitting in a spot right there where there's no way Andrew could move left on J. Michael Kelly. Here comes Gunnar. I would expect Gunnar's going to stick to the outside as he has all through testing. Who went over? Mike did. Mike went over to the backside of the race course. And honestly, at this point, Tanner, I don't think Andrew's concerned about it.
No, he certainly has the pace over this, and you know, J. Michael Kelly would have known that too, so he may have committed to the inside lane and said, hey, if I can't beat him down the straightaway, I'm going to shorten the course, gear for the slower exit on the inside, and that's going to be my best bet, is to racecraft him out of it. I just love how cerebral this whole process is. You know, they need to know exactly how many minutes and seconds there are before they can cut the corner. They can't come to a complete stop, as we've seen. They generally stall the compressor, but there's just so much going on in this pre-race as we click into 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Legally, yes, they could shut it off. But to your point, that stalls the compressor and you go all the way down, and then you may spend the next minute trying to wind it back up. So a minute 45 on a clock. They have to stay behind the start-finish line until 1:15. One piece we haven't touched on is what would happen if somebody jumped across the score-up buoy before 1:15. They will be radioed by the officials to slow down, drop back, and move to the outside.
Okay, so you guarantee the outside lane if you cross before 1:15 as we come down to 1:22. And they hustle it on up, getting those rooster tails up, and they're all clearly going to make it.
Yeah, and I think that there's 1:15 right there. I think what you're seeing here for the starting grid, this is the way they're going to run. I wouldn't expect anything's going to change. I think Andrew is comfortable in lane 2. I think Mike feels that if he's going to run with Andrew here, I think he feels he's probably got to get the jump on him and be on the inside of him. So, and Gunnar, I think he's just going to stay out of the way here. I don't think he wants to jump in the middle of that war.
Well, as we saw in some of these replays, if you caught that 2006 replay, I mean, the boats look similar. The footage is not 4K and beautiful, but it sure doesn't take much to get enough air underneath these things to blow them over.
No, it does not. The whole idea is it's an extremely delicate balance. So inside 30 seconds here, Kelly's going to be in 1. Tate's going to run in 2. Gunnar O'Farrell on the far outside. It's Beacon Electric. Here comes Andrew up between boats. Andrew Tate in the Goodman Real Estate will be in 2. Gunnar O'Farrell, Spirit of America on the outside. J. Michael Kelly going to be in lane number 1. Plenty of lane space. About 9 seconds off the pin. They were there at 9.
And that's tight.
Yeah, we are inside 5. We are 3, 2, 1. Mark and I think it's legal, and man, was it good. J. Michael Kelly broke the clock from lane number 1, so we got the good start. It is indeed a clean start, and Andrew is back about 2 or 3 boat lengths as they get to the entrance pin of the corner. Now Kelly's going to get through the turn first. You can see the other 2 boats, Rooster Tails, on the outside. Andrew's back about 4 boat lengths. Kelly got the start he wanted, Tanner, but now he's got his right side rear view mirror full of Goodman real estate.
He sure did, and Andrew was hugging that second lane, hugging the first lane pretty tight, and ended up getting some pretty big kicks of water from J. Michael Kelly, which backed him down a little bit, and he's got some work to do.
So Andrew is way back. I thought he was right alongside J. Mike, but Mike's got a bigger lead than I thought. He's going to have to hold it for 4 laps. A good run off the top end of the race course. J. Michael Kelly running like a rocket right now. He's coming down with a full Rooster Tail lead. That surprises me, Tanner, that he's running this well right now.
Yeah, the exit of turn 1 caught Andrew just a little bit, almost to the very exit, kind of mid-corner, but Andrew is reeling him back in. This is going to be tight. He's got a couple laps to get it done, but he needs to stay out of some of this spray because he's taking a little bit wider line and not getting swallowed up by that wake quite as much as he did on the first lap. Now
remember, J. Michael Kelly is in control of this race course, so when they get up here to the top end, he can push Andrew around a bit, and don't be surprised if you see him take a wider line through the corner. When he's running up here like this with the Rooster Tail lead that he has, Andrew can't see the buoy row. Andrew cannot see the buoys. Mike's going to do his best to hide those buoys from Andrew. And Andrew's still staying in the Rooster Tail, but barely. He's back just about a full Rooster Tail. Kelly comes out to about lane number 3. Andrew's dropping back just a little bit. Here comes J. Michael Kelly. You wait. Beacon Electric. These guys are flying, and Andrew does not want to let him go, Tanner. We're going to run this one all the way to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he knows he's got the boat speed. We talked about it earlier this weekend. When you qualify number 1, you've got the expectation on you, and you don't want to be the driver that doesn't bring the fastest boat home with a win in a heat like this.
Now down to the bottom end. Andrew has definitely made up ground on this one. He's into the Rooster Tail now. He is making up ground coming off the corner, but Kelly knows right where he is. Kelly still out front 5, maybe 6 boat lengths. A great boat race here. Andrew Tate, our top qualifier, trying to run down qualifier number 4. But Kelly's got lane position. He got the jump at the start. And J. Michael Kelly is one of the very best at this. Top end of the race course. This is the 3rd of 4 times around. We may have a whale of lap number 4 here. Kelly about lane number 3. Boy, Andrew's coming. He's coming hard. He's coming all the time. He's going to make up ground, but he's still back about 5 boat lengths. Here we go. Lap number 4.
Final lap. He cut the lead in half on that last lap. If he does that again, we're going to have a gnarly finish here coming into the final. And Andrew Tate already's reeled him in turn 1.
Woo, boy, he sure did. That was a great front straightaway for Andrew. He's still back about 2 or 3 boat lengths. Can Mike hold him off? This is going to be quite the run. Nobody is in front of him on the race course. Gunnar O'Farrell is gone. It is these 2. Let's settle this thing up the backstretch. It is about a 2 boat length lead. Oh boy. All they're going to do is come off that corner. It's going to be a drag race off the top end. Kelly's still got the lead. He's got the lane position. Can he hold on for another few buoys? See if he doesn't push Andrew out a little farther. No, he tightened it up that time.
He's too nice a guy to do that. It probably would have been in his best interest to run him a little bit wide. Now it's a drag race.
Here we come to the finish. It is Kelly. It is Tate. It is J. Michael Kelly. J. Michael Kelly, and that's by half a boat length or less. I don't know, but I don't think there's much question, Tanner. I think Kelly got him.
Boy, I'm telling you, Andrew's foot is sore from pushing that throttle through the firewall on that last straightaway. But it doesn't get any closer than that, does it?
No, it doesn't get any closer than that. We had some strong racing people hooting and hollering back here. And for those of you who are new to the sport, that's as good as it gets in H1 Unlimited Racing right there. It doesn't get any better than that. And wow, J. Michael Kelly, he did not have boat. Andrew had boat on him. But Mike was just not to be denied.
With the problems that Mike had, you always kind of root for the underdog a little bit. I'm just going to throw that out there. But with the problems that he had earlier, and he had the fuel issue yesterday and couldn't really compete in the first heat, to have him come out and battle down the fastest guy. You said before the heat, oh man, it's an unfortunate thing for J. Michael. And then he got the lane choice, did his job, and came out, you know, a foot and a half ahead.